Yo, 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 what's going on? Terrell, Hall of Fame, D-Line. This is Bully Rants. This one right here, we just getting straight to the point. And this is a point that I think going forward, 2019, that we really have to be on point about. And this is one of the things that I'm going to tell you. Your opinion is not fact. For that matter, my opinion is not fact. I went through it this week with friends. I went through it this week with just regular dumbass people. And this is the thing. The dog should be judged according to standard, not our opinion. The dog should be judged according to, proper health evaluation, not our opinion. I put up several dogs this week. One of them was considered a double XL. One of them was considered a pocket. And the funniest thing is people always jump on there with their opinions of, it can't be this, it can't be that. And I do the same thing. But the difference, I think, in my thinking a lot of times from what I've seen a lot of lately is that I'm not basing it off of if I like the dog or not. Every dog I look at, I initially look for flaws. I look for issues. And I can say my eyes are not that bad after so many years of judging and stuff that I can see something that is definitely wrong. And when I see people on a page like bashing a certain dog or whatever, but I can't see the actual issue, it becomes a dangerous situation. And the reason why I say it becomes a dangerous situation is because we muddy the water of what's to be and what's not to be. And sometimes you can muddy the water from the top, but it's still, it's still just as muddy in the back. And what I mean by that is we have people, it was actually a post that was put up where, I put up the what's considered double XL, the tank, which is a dog I like, And someone put up, I think it was Greg Williams, put up, well, why would you call Rocco a train wreck and say that this dog is good? But the thing about it is that, okay, in this questioning, it was so obvious. This dog doesn't have a bad top line. I'm looking at it. It's nothing bad about his top line. It was, he was on the hill. His back sloped the same way the hill slopes. So that tells you it's still going to be the same way when you put him on flat ground. You know what I mean? And the only way that the hill works is if you stand a dog on the hill and they're higher in the front, and they top line level off. If the dog's top line is still slanting down, he's basically just... But anyway, I've went over this so many times that I don't even really want to go over it anymore, but I break the dog down. And that's what I mean, muddying the waters from the back to the front. Sometimes you can criticize a dog that's not that bad, but it casts doubt on an overall picture. And sometimes you can criticize a nice dog and it muddies the water on the whole picture. Then you defend a fucked up dog, it muddies the water on the whole picture. We need definites. And the thing of it is that, as I break a dog down, I'm looking for issues. I'm looking for something that will give me a reason to say, this dog is probably not qualified to do this or that or the other. I'm not looking at, oh, do I like his eyes? Or, oh, do I like, like his eyes is according to the standard. But do I like his look? Is that my style of dog? That doesn't matter. If a dog carries a ton of mass, but the dog's legs are straight up under him, the dog can run, the dog can breathe, the dog, has good overall movement and whatever the case may be, that's a healthy dog. The dog's not falling out. The dog's running around. The dog's breathing through his mouth. Breathing through his nares. It's no problem. Just because a dog is gigantic doesn't mean that this dog is unhealthy. I have mastiffs that, my one mastiff was 220 pounds, and he could outrun all of these bullies. I take him out, he's everywhere, but he was a gigantic dog, just a very gigantic dog. He was actually over what his standard was supposed to be, but the dog lived a long life, very healthy, never had any kind of breathing issues, hip issues, or anything. So that's why we look for confirmation. That's why we look to see if the dog is built properly. Are the legs straight up and down up under him? How is his movement? How is his breathing? These type of things. These are health. These are things that signify health. Even when you talk about a massive dog, you talk about the muscle tone. Does the dog have a couple cuts here and there? Does he have a tuck a tuck in the back behind his rib cage. These are things that you look for. You know, right now it seems to be a thing of the bigger dogs is if a dog, you know, we're all craving to put mass on these dogs, but a bigger dog like the tank, people tend to hate on the dog because the dog has a ton of size. That's what you wanted. You know, you love his siblings, but he's the biggest out of the siblings. They're all built the same. I've been looking at them, and I'm trying to find a difference as to what brings about this amount of hate towards this dog in particular. Whereas then if we go down to a dog like a Rocco, the reason I've told people before, I love Rocco's mask. I don't have a problem with Rocco's mask. My problem is, as an American bully, once, you know, for what he's supposed to be, I look in the face and I see an American Bulldog. For one, very circular eyes. For two, I see a high rear. For three, I see a sloped top line, which comes along with the high rear. In person, his movement was not that good. He overlaps a little bit. Then we have the dragging issue, you know what I mean, where he doesn't perform in the ring. And then to top it all off, we have a kink tail. That, me as a judge, if you give me that many flaws, how can I approve as a champion? Did I say Rocco is a horrible dog? No. But as far as being a breedable show dog, a dog with that many flaws would be considered a train wreck, in my opinion. I mean, I just named off like what 5 or 6 flaws, or maybe even 7 flaws, and I could, you know, and I could pinpoint and go further and further. But these are issues. These are issues that you're supposed to look into. But instead, people want to make excuses because of your opinion. You want to battle. You want to go back and forth. You want to talk about this. It's not. I don't have any allegiance or ties to any of these dogs that are not in my camp. I see a dog, I break it down, I decide, okay, is this a good dog? And I'm doing it strictly off of dog knowledge, not because of my opinion. It's plenty of XLs I like, you know. It's plenty of XLs I really like, you know. There's plenty of there's plenty of pockets that I still like, you know. Some standards that I still like, you know. I love Mufasa. But, you know, even on one post when I was talking about Mufasa, a great dog, a great show dog, all you had people coming in there, I think he's cowhawked. I think he's cowhawked. Okay, maybe. Who knows? You know what I mean? I've never looked at him from the back like that, but when I did, it was if he is, it's slight because it was nothing that popped out to me. But the thing about it is that kills me is that all of you people who love all of these dogs with 7 or 8 flaws, you'll jump in and you'll try to point out one little thing that you think you found on a dog, and now you're going to enforce your opinion by bringing up that one flaw that you think that you found or whatever. And I say think because sometimes y'all point out shit that really ain't there. And to me, that dummies down the whole thing that we're doing here. If we're being fair, put a dog as to where he is. It don't matter if you like him or not. Like I say, it's people that I don't like. But if they come into my show ring, they're going to get an award. Stop trying to hate so much that you find one thing wrong with one dog and you just basically want to needle at it. But you can be totally blind to the 7 or 8 issues to the dog that you want to put on your parade and talk about how much you love them. This is the problem with the American bully game. Quality dogs, if I say it's a quality dog, I believe that from the bottom of my heart. It's nothing to do with anything else. It's a dog that I've looked over. I feel like the dog is impressive. I didn't say that any of these dogs are perfect, but I feel like some dogs are very, very impressive and other dogs are not as impressive. And, you know, hating on the dogs that are impressive is not going to get you anything. And when I say impressive, I mean the combination of size, good structure, and health. That is my thing. Size, good structure, and health. And when I say I like a dog like the Tank, you know, 18, 19-month-old dog that's 172 pounds. And I've seen stuff that probably other people haven't seen as far as his ability to run, move around, do different things. I'm impressed with the dog. When I see a dog like Rocco, I see the dog that had to be dragged around the ring. I see the high rear. I see the bad top line. I know he got a kink tail. He would be a great pet. I know other things medically, but he would be a good pet. It's that simple. If I had stuff to break down about the other dogs that I like, whether it's Mufasa, the Tank, you know what I mean, Ruger, if it was things for me to really needle at them about and say, okay, he's got 5 or 6 flaws right off the top, I would do that. I don't see that. I'm not going to lie to you. The reason why I say it about Rocco is because I see that. I don't care about your feelings. I don't care about your emotional attachments or who the fuck you think is supposed to win. I'm going to call it like I see it. Stop messing up the game by putting bullshit in it. Call the dogs like you see them, man. Till next time, this was a long one. God bless. Peace.